the betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.
Right, we move on to the opening leg of the place accumulator, which is race number 2, due off at 13:07. So 13:07 is the time you need to have your place accumulator bet on. It's over 1,000 meters, where number 1 Griffin Park won the maiden and beating Helsinki on that occasion. So it'll be quite interesting to see how they go. And then next time out ran second to Trafalgar Square. Does shoulder the 61.5 kilograms. But in his favour, he's got the best of the draw. He's got Richard Ferree and, of course, the improvement factor to come. Number 2, Here Comes the Rain. This is my lurker in the pack. Saying a lurker, only 8-1. I thought we'd get 12-14-1 about number 2, Here Comes the Rain. Now, let me state the facts. He's a horse, that he's got the ability. There's no doubting his ability. He's faced far higher opposition. If you go back to the 22nd of January in a merit-rated 100, the average rating was a 97. He finished 4th behind Anfield's Rocket. He then ran in a 103, an average rating of a 98. I like to cheer for the underdogs, and here's a horse who comes back to KwaZulu-Natal, and he started his campaign with a bang here. Both of his course wins have been here, 2 of his 3 wins overall, so course and distance, 6 runs for a victory. Unfortunately against him is that he's bled on 2 occasions. He's a horse who's got a lot of issues. So a lot of issues, number 2, Here Comes the Rain. But I like the fact that he's dropped down to a 65. And Rahil, if he brings his A game and he's feeling good on the day, Paul Matchett's brought the 2 runners for the Sunday Mkhulu. He's also just got the 2 rides for the day. He's a horse that you can't go in confident, but I like the fact that he's dropped down to a 65. He has run twice in February, on the 8th and the 15th, so I'm just hoping that he takes it in his stride, but I think the cooler weather will suit this kind of horse.
I think it's a key that Paul Matchett's obviously bringing him back to KZN. He's probably obviously noticed that he's not really performing up in Highveld at this point of the year, and his rating has come down to a nice spot, and he's a horse that is probably doing very well back at home, but he's just not putting his best foot forward on the turf. So maybe bring him back to a surface that he has run well on. And at 8-1, considering what he does meet here and what he has met in the past, it does look to be the value play in race number 2. You obviously got horses like Purple Powerhouse, who's never too far off the action. He's knocking on the door for that 5th career victory. He's another horse that isn't particularly high in confidence. You've got Leslie's Part of Fame, who can pop up on his day. I thought he moved up quite nicely to a point in his penultimate start behind Trafalgar Square, and then just sort of peaked on his effort returning off a break, and then last time out on a 14-day backup, he ran below par, 6 lengths off them behind Night Warrior. 6 days later he returns. He'll be a fit horse for this contest, and if the pace is on and they come up for air over the final bit, he'll certainly be making inroads into the field late on in the day. And then this filly, Willow Me, she's dropped down to 50 now. Muzieni gets aboard for Gallop Puller, something that we have not seen very often. They've teamed up twice in the last month or so for 2 winners, and that horse, Miss Leila, has been the one to provide the goods for this combination. So from gate 3, if this filly manages to get the right run in transit, she can certainly make a presence felt. But it is a race where you can make a case for a few runners. Griffin Park, definitely the one to beat, but I agree with you, Sheldon. Here Comes the Rain, definitely value here.
There we go. So number 1, Griffin Park. If you look at it face value, he's probably the horse that you're going to lean with. But number 2, Here Comes the Rain. That's going to be the value selection. And then just out of interest, number 5, Purple Powerhouse. His last 10 runs have been over 1,200 meters. 7 of those on the poly, dropping to the 1,000 meters. Let's see what Purple Powerhouse is all about. So race number 2, number 1, Griffin Park, the horse to beat. But number 2, Here Comes the Rain. If he's feeling good, watch him in the preliminaries. And if he brings his A game, big danger.
It's Donovan Evercher from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.